Hey everybody, this is Justin with today's Bitcoin Minute. There's actually quite a bit of really good news today that you probably didn't hear in mainstream news about Bitcoin and for Bitcoin. Three main topics of note that I want to touch on today in particular. The first of all, for those of you that follow Bitcoin, you know that uh, the prevalence of exchanges that you can get money into to purchase Bitcoins is one of the most important aspects of buying Bitcoin. And with China cracking down on their banks and the largest exchange there having some issues, we had some welcome news today in that Hong Kong-based exchange called HKCEX. It claims to be the world's most secure Bitcoin trading platform. Now, I understand that Hong Kong is not China. It is technically China, but they have a different economic zone and stuff there. So I don't know how this directly relates to mainland China, but what I do know is that Hong Kong is one of the most economically free places on the planet. And it's free in many ways. It puts the U.S. Kind of to shame in a lot of different ways. And the fact that they just got a $2 million investment today to try to grow this exchange is a really good thing. They're seeking investment capital from all over the world, or for investors from all over the world in terms of people that are buying and purchasing Bitcoins through their exchange. And it looks to be a really good thing. Uh, One of the great things about these people is they want to have guaranteed access to different kinds of processing, so credit cards and bank accounts, different ways that you can hook things up. Which right now, we're depending on which exchange you go through, there are some different kinds of limits on how you can hook up and how you can pay for Bitcoin. So this has been a really this is, in my opinion, a really good sign for Bitcoin in general right now. Hong Kong is hopefully going to help lead the way for Bitcoin in the future, and that's going to be a really good thing. Secondly, I wanted to touch a little bit on Mint. Now, Mint is an online web-based financial tool, a lot like Quicken is, where you can put your bank accounts and you can balance your checkbook and you can see kind of where all your investments are at a glance. They've just announced that they're teaming up with Coinbase. Coinbase will be their official wallet, basically, for Mint. And so you'll be able to track all your Bitcoin purchases and investments and stuff right within Mint. Now, this is kind of a really remarkable thing, and it shows how far Bitcoin has come. And the fact that Mint is incorporating this is a really, really good sign for Bitcoin as a worldwide currency. Let's see here. The last thing I wanted to talk about today is there's been actually the U.S. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network published two rulings that talk about whether the virtual currency space is going to be under the Bank Secrecy Act definition of a money transmitter. And so why this is important is as the regulatory environment for Bitcoin grows and develops, it's important that we're given as much freedom as we can and that we don't fall into laws that were never intended to be applied to something like Bitcoin, or even really can be applied to Bitcoin in a lot of ways. And so there's two different rulings that they came down with. The first one is that when you mine a virtual currency, you're not a money transmitter underneath this act. And that's a really great sign. So it's all because this is all anti-money laundering and that kind of stuff that this kind of an act is trying to weed out. And that's, as you know, a big thing lately, the money laundering aspect of Bitcoin with Charlie Shrem and BitInstant and stuff like that. We need more rulings like this that will say that Bitcoin miners, for example, do not fall under a money transmitter. Now, the second thing that they said as well was that company purchasing and selling convertible virtual currency as an investment exclusively for the company's benefit is not a money transmitter as well. So I need to dig a bit more into that definition, exactly what they're talking about there, but it sounds like any company that is buying and selling the virtual currency as as an investment just for the company's sake isn't a money transmitter, and it doesn't fall under this particular act, which is really quite fascinating. I mean, this is a big victory for Bitcoin, and something that bodes very well for Bitcoin's future. It's amazing because all the regulatory stuff right now is trying to be developed, and even in New York City, they're still going through meetings and discussions about different kind of regulations in New York as well. So anyway, those are the big points of interest today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad a lot of people are starting to find betteroffbitcoin.com and find my videos on YouTube, and start to learn something and start discussing things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Put them in the comments. I do check the comments. You can send me an email, justin@betteroffbitcoin.com, and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.